Well, the Olympics are underway, and all this week, my buddy Austin is becoming the competition as we compete in the Dave and Austin Winter Olympic Showdown as we compete to raise money for charity. And I don't have to tell you, everyone, that I love the thrill of competition, but that isn't the only thing that has drawn me to sports. It's also about the perseverance of athletes, the teamwork on display, and the spirit of fans. And perseverance, teamwork, and spirit are all words I would use to describe my nephew Garrett with Down syndrome. He's the reason I'm competing to raise money for GiGi's Playhouse. You looking for the kids?
Yes.
Say, where's Brooklyn? Ooh.
What makes him so special?
He just has like a twinkle about him. And so I just think that people naturally do gravitate towards him.
When Garrett smiles at you, it's hard not to smile back.
Garrett is my nephew with Down syndrome, the oldest of 3 children. Like any other 8-year-old kid, he loves to eat pizza and play, especially shooting hoops.
Garrett loves to swim. Like you said, definitely a baller. That guy, he'll shoot hoops for hours. That's his definite go-to favorite activity.
I think it's a natural reaction. Like when we first had Garrett, you hear Down syndrome and you're thinking right off the bat, well, maybe he can't do this, maybe he can't do that. It's the biggest miss of all to put limits on your kids.
Their family message? We're more alike than different. Even Garrett's little sister Grady is sharing it.
I've overheard her describing it to friends, and it's fun. He is like us. He likes the same things that we do, and then she might explain, but, you know, it just takes him a little bit longer to learn how to do certain things.
High five to that.
I think that's his way of getting acclimated to a room and just getting attention from other kids. He just loves going around giving high fives and hugs to everybody.
But the reality is, not every room is always acclimated enough to people with Down syndrome. That's why Garrett loves to visit GiGi's in his hometown of Indianapolis. It's one of 55 locations, including here in Cleveland. Their vision? To see a world where all are accepted and embraced.
Their message on inclusion is exactly what Micah and I believe. It's one of the best rooms to see Garrett in because everyone who's there deeply believes in their mission.
And if you walk through their door,
they're going to get nothing but love and joy, acceptance, and celebration. Whatever it might be, whether it's a new family coming through the doors, carrying the weight of the unknown.
Yes.
Liz Maxwell has been the site director at GiGi's Playhouse Cleveland since it opened in 2016.
Our goal inside the Playhouse is to support families, to offer resources, to offer programs, whether it's therapeutic, educational, or career development. But in addition to that, we want to be out in the community. We want that outreach to be far and wide to break down those barriers. We want to change the way the world views our friends with Down syndrome.
She's the only full-time employee at the nonprofit funded solely by donations.
Good job, girlfriend.
Why is this so important to you?
Peekaboo.
I've always been an advocate for the underdog.
So how can we be a part of helping the underdog? The reality is that while Down syndrome is the largest chromosomal disability in our country, it's among the least funded. I'm gonna raise some money for you.
Yes, that's amazing.
It's worth it, helping amazing people like Garrett.
We wouldn't change anything about our situation. Like Garrett is making our family better, and I'm not trying to say that as a cliche. Like I deeply believe that he's adding value to our family because of all the different things he brings to the table that we wouldn't have if we didn't have Garrett.
Ah, I love that smile. Austin is also competing for a cause near and dear to his heart. You can watch his inspiration tomorrow here on Go. Then the fun begins on Wednesday when the competition is on. And a big thank you to Calvetta Brothers for putting up the money that will go to these charities. It's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt about it. But GiGi's Playhouse, just an amazing place. It really is. Talked to a lot of people that have just talked about how that place has changed their life. That, you know, they just didn't know where to turn, and they turned to GiGi's. And it's a lifetime commitment too, and it's also free. You go in there, you know, you're not spending a dime.
I can imagine just for parents too, to have other parents who are going through the exact same things and the, you know, raising kids the exact same way.
Right.
That community is probably invaluable to them.
I feel like that in itself is therapeutic.
Unbelievable, you know? That you say that, because I left that part out of the story because you could only have so much to go into it. But that's a big thing that Adam talked about. My brother-in-law talked about the community and how when you're together like that, it changes everything.
Yeah.
It's a difference maker.
Oh, I don't know who we're going to root for. This is going to be hard. We're rooting for both of you and Austin. No, I know Austin's is going to make me cry tomorrow. So, yeah. So great work that you guys are doing. At least it's fun.